What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Trading Crypto live stream. First day of a long weekend. Finally got out of work. Hope you all are having a great day. 1 2 1 2 if everything sounds clear. Give me a 1 2 1 2. Music sounds good. I sound good. After that, we'll start rolling. Looks like we got some requests from Chef Neutron and a couple others here. First, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. So as of right now, Bitcoin, if you just look at the very, recent future, you can see we've been consolidating between this main support at 19,539 and the 618 at 20,503. We've been doing this since August 28th. And you can see we were consolidating back here for a while before we cracked the bed as well. There's something I want to point out to you guys. People are saying we're going to be heading down to around 10K, and in order for that to happen, we have to break below the 786. The 786 hasn't even been touched yet. I mean, we've touched the main support at 19.5, but a replication of this drop right here would bring us down to that general area. I just want to replicate this for you guys. I was looking at this earlier today for myself. If we just replicate that and drop it down to where we're, say it repeats, which history never repeats, but history does rhyme. Let me just blow this up real quick, or blow out. Oh my gosh. Already having technical difficulties right now. So as you can see, if we just replicate this recent drop right here, it actually tags this 1618 where people thinks we're going down to the 10K. If we actually did drop and repeat this exact same pattern, this is where people think we're gonna be falling down to is 12,000. And just a rinse and repeat of the previous drop. I'm kind of holding out for the 16 to 17,000 area. I think that's where we're going to be heading. But if we do repeat the similar drop that we had back here in June, then this would be the case right here. And actually it plays out. It actually plays out on the fibs perfectly. If we crap the bed right here, the next step would be down in the 1618. And usually when you have that large drop, you tend to wick just below that fib channel and then gradually move back up. So not saying that's the case. I'm kind of hesitant that we're going to be heading that low. I do think we are going to have one more push down, but I don't know if it's going to be that low. What do you guys think? Got to get my indicators back. There we go. So I think BTC is going to be heading down a little bit more in the near future. I don't think we're going down that. A lot of people are saying 10K. I think we're going to be seeing the low of like 17 to 15. This general one area, 17, and then somewhere in this area right here. Yeah, I think everyone's waiting on feds as well. Okay, let me I gotta do something on here real quick. There we go. Okay, so BTC right now, just the short-term time frame, we are bouncing between the main support at 19,539 and the 618 here at 20,608. We've been doing that for quite a while. If we do end up crapping the bed and we do have a similar repeat to this last drop down here, that's what everyone's kind of waiting for right now. Everyone's waiting for that drop down to the 1618 at around 12,009. I know people are saying 10,000, but I think the lowest that we could possibly go would be around that $12,000 to $13,000 area for BTC. I'm not really holding my breath. I'm kind of looking to dump all the rest of my money in at around 17 to 16,000. If we drop below that, then so be it. But I still have about 25% of my dry powder on the side. I'm still waiting for that next dip. And if we just did a rinse and repeat of the last drop, this would be the scenario. And the crazy part about it is the fibs actually validate that. Heading down the 618 and then working your way, consolidation sideways. Not saying that's going to happen, but I do think BTC this September is going to be very volatile, and we will see the bottom, I think, this September. I know everyone's like, hey, we've had so many bearish Septembers, it's time for a bullish one, but I remember last September they were saying the exact same thing. Okay, let's get into some TA. We're going to start out with Azro from Chef Natron. Azro. So I'm looking to pick Azro up on $1. If you've been around this channel for a while, I've gone over that several times. I'm looking to pick it up around here at the 786. As of right now, I'm going to delete this because this was my last chart. As of right now, we're bouncing off the 618. You can see we are making lower highs, and in order to make a lower low, this has to happen very, very soon. I'm going to actually zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see it. For the people who are looking on your phone, it's probably easier to see when you zoom in. But as of right now, you can see we've been making lower highs and lower lows. And in order to make a lower low, we have to break below the 618. So if you think this downtrend is valid, we have to break below this $1.08. You can see that's kind of a double support area for Azro. So it's kind of a flip the coin situation. So this is where we go to the indicators. And this is something that we really have to keep a focus on here. So if we do get a reverse on this and you see a bounce right here, you're like, oh, we didn't put in a lower low, that'd be bullish. We're not bullish until we actually get over this higher high at 120, or this high at 122. Judging by the indicators, RSI is pretty low. MACD does look like it's about to have a slight bullish movement, which is indicating to me that we might not see that push down yet, or it might be a little bit later. But I think this general area is going to be very, very big for Azro. This is the price area that we have to keep an eye on, as the 618 at $1.10 and $1.08. That's, for the people who want Azro to go to the moon, that's the lifeline. For me, I want that to break because I want to pick some more up right here. I have a pretty big buy order in at $1.01. Why $1.01? Because I guarantee a lot of people just put their buy order in at $1 even, and if it hits $1, I guarantee all those orders won't get filled. You'll see something like this happen, a heavy drop to $1, and I guarantee, not a huge spike like that, but you'll see a big spike when this thing hits $1. There's a lot of people banking on $1, so I'm just like, I'll put mine at 101. Yeah, I'll pay an extra cent per my Azro, but I don't want to compete with those other dollar buy-in orders. You know, there's probably a lot of people that have just like nice even dollar buy order, and if it heads down there with all those buy-in orders, yours might not get filled. But short term right now, we're heading down to the 618 at $10, or not $10, 110. Then you have the main support at $1.08. MACD is about ready to flip bullish, but the RSI, if you look at this rinse and repeat type scenario, it does want to push down. So we need to keep an eye on the 618 here at $1.10 and $1.08. Yes, we can have a slight bullish momentum right here and still have a leg down. So even with this wanting to be bullish, I do think we could just see another slight move up in the RSI and then that push down here. And if we break below this 108, I think this would be a quick drop down to $1 and a quick retracement back up from there. And that might be the reversal point. These round numbers are very psychological numbers in crypto. So these round numbers like $1, $1.25, $2, like those round numbers are very psychological numbers in cryptocurrency and in stocks as well. So short term, I'd be keeping an eye on breaking below 108. If we break below 108, I think this will be a quick drop to $1, then a recovery very, very quickly. So I have a buy-in at 101 down here. Short term, even if we see a slight bullish momentum, I don't think we're to be taking off anytime soon. I think that bullish momentum will bring us up to 115 tops, 115. You know, we could even put a lower low tagging this 0.5 at 118 and then putting its way back down. But I think Azro is going to be touching $1 at least once more, and that might be a very, very good buying opportunity. Because if you've been following Azro, even when BTC has been dropping, this thing really hasn't capitulated down that much. It really hasn't dropped as hard as a lot of other altcoins, and this is an unknown coin right now. It's not listed on a lot of exchanges. I buy it on MEX, so it's not even listed on large exchanges yet, and it's still battling against Bitcoin when Bitcoin drops. So that's very promising in my personal opinion. So that's why I am buying Azro. Thanks to Chef Natron for calling it out in the Discord channel. He called it out in the Discord channel, did my research on it, and it was a coin that I recently started invested in earlier last month. So Short term, this is the main area we need to keep an eye on. 108, 110. Assess the situation at that time. I can't say guarantee because that's advice, but I guarantee I think we're to be seeing a dollar here pretty soon. I think it might be a quick touch retracement back up, but nonetheless, I have my buying order down here. It's active, it's ready to go. That's Azrael. Pickle Finance. I don't know if you're joking about that, but we'll give it a try. Oh, looks like it's an actual coin. Yeah, this is like my Haka, but a lot less max supply. So Pickle Finance is down 3.2% at $1.49. Has a circulating supply of 827,000 with a max supply of 3 million. So crazy small max supply, crazy small circulating supply, and a crazy small market cap of only 1.2 million. You can see the all-time high in this was $85 2 years ago. All-time low was 3 months ago. So this has been out for 2 years. That's crazy. Coin called Pickled Finance. Let's just look at the max real quick. So the all-time high was in 2020 when the initial coin launched, and it looks like it's shit the bed since and has not made a consecutive higher high. So I'd be very hesitant on buying into this right now, because even during the last bull run, it didn't do crap. And just because it, you know, if you're like, oh, it didn't do anything last bull run, it'll do something the next bull run. There's constantly new coins coming out every day. And if this didn't even come close, I'm not saying it's the all-time high. I'm saying it didn't even come close to breaking this on any of these other peaks right here. So that's something to be very cautious of right now. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Looks like MEX is the lowest, followed by I've heard of OKX, then Uniswap. But coins that didn't make an all-time high in the last bull run is kind of a red flag for me, because if they didn't make in the last bull run, what says they're going to make it in the following bull run? You know, there's constantly new coins and new technology coming out in cryptocurrency, and if you weren't able to make it in the last bull run, it kind of seems like a dead project. Not saying it's a dead project. I mean, definitely they could come alive, but it'd be more of a risk in my personal opinion. And that's without looking at the charts. So let's look at the charts real quick. Holy cow, how many coins are called Pickle? P-I-C-K-L-A, that's it. Yeah, it doesn't even look like there's a chart available to chart it. So that's also a red flag if it's not on TradingView. Yeah, sorry, Chef, I can't chart that. So we're gonna move on to the next one. SGF. Man, you're just trying to stump me today, huh? What is SGF? Are you talking about SGB? So I'm assuming you mean SGB, not SGF, because we've charted Songbird on the live stream before. So we're gonna go over Songbird. Songbird's up 5% at 2.7 cents, 16 billion total supply, 8.4 billion circulating, 229 million market cap. All-time high of 71 11 months ago. All-time low was 4 months ago at 1.6 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Looks like Bitstamp is the leader, followed by Kraken. No, I don't want that one. Like last time I charted it, I thought we're remove drawings. Wow, this had a pretty decent run here back in August 10th. You guys actually, from August 10th to August 13th, went up 20%. Had that retracement. So let's draw some fibs on this and dissect it a little bit. Oh, STG you meant. Oh, we're doing SGB first. So bottom to top right here in SGB, you can see MACD is actually still bullish and still continuing up, even with the RSI over almost entering in overbought territory. For this, I'd be very hesitant on buying in right now. I think this 382s would be a heavy resistance area for Songbird. I think we'll be seeing this heavy resistance rejection and heading down to this double support at the 618. So let's keep an eye on the 382 up to around 2.7 cents, and then heading down to 2.6. This is pretty high in my opinion down here, even though we are diverting in a bullish scenario on the MACD. We have not made any massive bullish movement since back here in August. So I think that movement up to the 382, then the retracement down to the 618 general support area down here is going to be the move for Songbird in the time being. So let's look for that slight pump and then retracement on SGB. So that pump up to the 382 is approximately a it's only a 2% pump from there, and then that retracement is 5.29. so not a large movement on SGB. We'll get to it. So as of right now, guys, I'm just going down the list from the top to the bottom. So if you put yours in now, you just have to wait till I get to that in the list. If you want yours done a little bit sooner, just send a super chat. And once the super chat comes in, that gets priority. But right now, I'm just doing the list right now. So I did SGF. We're gonna jump on time. So time right now, I've gone over time pretty frequently, almost as frequently as quant, it seems like. So time right now, in my personal opinion, is very, very close to taking off, and we're going to go over that when I jump into the charts. But for time right now, we're up 5.5 at $62.72. Only 710,000 total supply, and all those coins are in circulation, and the market cap is ridiculously low, only 44 million. A 10x from here would only be what, 444 million? That's peanuts in the crypto market. All-time high was 8 months ago at 569. All-time low was 2 years ago at 37 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges, Coinbase being the leader. So let's jump into time. I have to find that chart that I drew on it last time. Yeah, so as of time right now, I remember charting it. I've talked about it several times. The repeat scenario, gradually these things do break, these patterns do break. We are still valid in a repeat of these previous two patterns on the extended cycle until we fall below this 786 right here at $52. So we need to keep an eye on $52 for time right now. We recently broke above this resistance right here at 59. RSI is stagnant. MACD is pretty much stagnant. You can see it just barely bullish, barely bearish. In my personal opinion right now, I think it would be more beneficial for time to head down to the 786 at 52, then have its run up. But if that's not the case, I'd be looking out for 70, then a retracement, then a possible continuation from there. What I think we are in, I think we're in this general, not that general, this general area of the phase. You can see it's pretty much rinse and repeat type stuff. You know, we had the up, down, up, consolidation, up, down, pump. Here we had the up, down, up, consolidation, up, down, pump. So I'm kind of thinking it's gonna replay that. Like I say, sound like a broken record. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, and it's going to rhyme until we break below the 786 at $52. So we break below $52, all the talk about time following this pattern right here would be invalid. But I'm still bullish on it. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this 52 for time. Short term right now, there's two different scenarios, and I would rather have this fall back down before the RSI gets higher. I'd rather have the RSI retag, 30 right now, and then have that pump, then have it, rise up to 70. So right now, two different scenarios. We did recently break above this resistance. Let's keep an eye on that 70 to the 618 resistance area from there, and then the retracement. But if you just look, we have been making lower highs and higher lows, so we are consolidating in this general triangle area here. I think the breakout's coming the breakout has to happen very soon. If the breakout doesn't happen in the next week or so, man, then it's not gonna happen. I mean, how long can you consolidate sideways? Like I've charted it in depth before. Like this one was 51 bars, The following one was 94 bars. So each one's almost doubling. So you had 50, 94, so let's say almost 100. So it's almost doubling. And this one so far has gone 286 bars. So this consolidation since the last pump has been ridiculous on time. Consolidation is a bullish thing though. It just means people are willing to accumulate that coin at the same price for a very long period of time. So we can't fall below 52. We fall below 52, then I won't be bullish on time, but I'm still bullish since we're above it. Even if we have that pullback right here, we got to have that pullback and then rock it out. We definitely need to have a pullback on time in order to make a higher high, in order to take off. And if we do get that higher high, like I've called before, I think we're heading up to around 180 to 200. All based off the 786. I guess 786 is the storyteller on this. Let's just keep an eye on that. Short term though, it's kind of looking like it wants to head up, but you really can't tell with the MACD just being sideways. It's pretty much a gamble right there. Not a gamble, but flip the coin type situation. But until it falls below $52, I'm still going to be bullish on it. So if I wanted to get in time right now and try to play it out, this is very risky if you do it right now. So this is not financial advice. Just put a buy in order at 52. If 52 hits and that's the launch point, you bought the bottom, and then you're going to be riding it all the way up to 180 to 200. If it breaks below 52, I think that's where the consolidation breaks, and it's going to be a nasty fall. But nonetheless, this is the lifeline right here, the 786 at $52. VXV and quant, please. Whoa, I usually chart quant second, so yeah, we'll do quant real quick. I haven't looked at quant in a minute. Looks like last time I charted it, I said this was gonna be the scenario, played out. Don't remember what I said, but it did it. Probably my last video I uploaded on it. But we are still in a downtrend of quant, but we're getting very, very tight consolidation on the support right here at $91. And the crazy part of this consolidation is it's more looking like a breakout than a drop for me. And even though I want to pick quant up at $60, I'm very, very comfortable with the amount of quant that I've hold. I was lucky enough to buy in back when it was in, well, I bought in at around 48. I bought most of my bag at $48, even though it went down to 40. So my average buy price is around 49 for all my quant. I don't plan on lowering that average right now, so I'm looking for other coins until quant drops down to around 60. Then I'll buy a little bit more. But as of right now for quant, RSI is low, MACD stagnant sideways, very, very tight consolidation going on right here. Looking like we honestly are about ready to break out to the upside. So I'd be looking at where it looks like we're almost actually there. We bounced off the support at 91. If I draw a general downtrend in this short time frame right here, what I would honestly be looking for quant is to test this downtrend right here at around 93, 95. Have that capitulation down to the 786 at 89, because once we drop below 90, I think there's a lot of people that have buy-in orders right now at 90. I think that will be the launch for quant the time being. So I think once we dip our toes gradually below 90 on quant at the 786, that's going to be the go point for quant. So as much as I want to be bearish on quant, I just can't. The charts aren't letting me. And as you know, I call myself a chart reader. You know, I'm really not doing TA. I'm just kind of reading the charts. That's what I say anyways. But it's very subjective, I guess you could say. But short term right now, bounced off the support. I think we'll be working our way up to the general 94 area. Then if we capitulate down to the 786 at 89, I think that'll be the goal point. If we fall below the 786 though, then we're gonna have to really assess the situation, because if we fall below 786, that's where we can actually start seeing some quant at some very, very nice deals. So if you want to pick quant up on a deal, you want it to fall below $89. So you see quant below 89, that's when we'll start seeing those 10% plus drops on quant. But I think for the short term, if that's the launch point, it has to be there, you know, at 89. You know, dip your toe below 90 and then have the launch point, and then just a rinse and repeat type scenario. So bullish on quant. I think 89 is the lowest it goes for the time being, unfortunately. Vector Space AI is down 3% at 36 cents. 50 million total, 37 million circulating, 13 million market cap. So extremely low. All this is extremely low. Definitely a moonshot possibility if it survives the bull run. All-time high was 1919 a year ago. All-time low was 3 years ago at 1.2 cents. See, if you just hold your coins, guys, you'd be up 2,744%. Currently available on the following exchanges down here, KuCoin being the leader. Okay. Whoa. So VXV right now, we were making lower highs and lower lows, and this kind of looked like a reversal right here, but we did just recently put it in a lower high. So nonetheless, it just looks like it's ranging right now. RSI is pretty much reset at 50, so there's really no indication on which way it's going to go. MACD is just starting to flip into a bearish scenario. So in my personal opinion, if I had to guess, I think this 34 main support is going to be tested again. If we draw a micro fib on this bottom to top, you can see this 618 is where you currently got your support at. You can see we currently got stopped at the 618. We haven't broken below it yet. If we break below the 618 here at 36 cents, the next stops would be 35.61, and then inevitably back down to 34. So this is what I'm kind of be banking on right here. We tested the 618, wicked well below it. I think we'll be testing the 786 here at 35, testing the 786 again at 36, and then coming down to test this main support area at 34. Just judging by the way that the RSI, I guess, is pretty high, and if you just look at the rinse and repeat type scenario that the RSI has been playing in this bearish market, you see this is a general area where we get rejected at, and then we have that general retracement back down. So you can see we tagged it once, twice, so that general retracement back down is more of a likely scenario than breaking above it. We haven't broken above this since August 8th, so if you just play by the statistics of it, it looks like we're going to be dropping down here and going back down to around 34 cents for Vector Space. So I'd be keeping an eye on 34 cents for VXV, and then we'll assess the situation at a later time. So let me get into these chats real quick. Holy crap, it's a lot of chats. One sec. We did VXV. Seen your notification, had to pop in and say hi and support the channel. Man, I appreciate it, COVID. Are you a part of my Discord, COVID? If not, you should join the Discord, man. We're on there daily. We're not trying to we don't shill anything on there. We just have a good time sharing information with each other. Hi, Moon Boy. RFL, I'm in 50 in December. I need what brain cells I have left. I like milk straight from the cow, goat milk too. API 3, so we'll get into API 3. So API 3 is up 0.4, 170, 114 million max, 61 million circulating, 104 million market cap. All-time high is 1030 a year ago, all-time low was 2 years ago. I'm bullish on API 3, up-and-coming competitor of Chainlink. Not saying that they're going to succeed in their goals, but they do seem to be doing some really great things, and they're kind of filling in the gaps that Chainlink hasn't, that is unable to fill now due to their code. The crazy thing about this is API 3 has a super small max supply compared to Chainlink. I'm just going to pull that up real quick. So the max supply of API 3 is 114 million. If you look at Link is 1 billion. So the difference there is crazy. Not saying that's going to overtake it or anything, but it's an up and coming competitor. And you've all been around for a while. You know, there used to be Yahoo, there used to be MSN and everything like that. And they were the big dogs back in the day, and they got replaced. Some of these big dogs are to get replaced, but some are going to be around permanently. So you just got to play those cards. And this is one of those up and coming competitors of Chainlink that I think has not a, I don't know if it has a great chance of taking over Chainlink, but it has a great chance as being a heavy competitor. Currently available on the following exchanges: BTCX being the leader, followed by Coinbase. Well, I haven't charted this one. Well, I tried it a while ago, but I haven't looked at it back here since April. Wow, I like it when I stumble upon these colored fibs. See what older charting crypto was doing back in the day. So API 3 on the short term has been bouncing off the support area. This has been a very, very large support for us since we broke above it in June. You can see we broke above it in June, back tested it on June 22nd, tested it on June 28th, almost tested it on July 1st, almost tested on July 13th, actually tested it here on July 26th, and we're currently double testing it right now. This is currently testing in August. And then we've been doing a very, very, very tight consolidation since then. Consolidation is a bullish thing. I'm not going to repeat that because you guys are probably tired of hearing me say that saying. So bottom to top right now, even though we tagged this main support, we broke above the 786. Now it looks like we were ranging from the support to the 618. And then we broke above the 786, and it looks like we're just having this massive consolidation between the 786 and 618 area. I personally be looking for a slight breakout here. Not a large breakout. I think the highest that we would go is 187 at 382. MACD has just been stagnant sideways for so long during this consolidation. And even with that consolidation on the MACD, the RSI has still been growing. So I'd be keeping an eye on this breakout above this double. It's a double resistance, so very, very heavy resistance to get over. But if we do break above that, I do think we will be rocketing up to around 188 to 190 and then back testing that support. And if that holds, then 214 could be the case, and then we can start making some moves higher. If you talk about the short term right here, since August 15th, you know, we had that general downtrend right here. We did just break that downtrend, or very, very close to it. So this is actually a pretty important area for API 3. If we get rejected here and it doesn't work out, we could be seeing some lows, but that's not going to happen until we break below this main support at 154. And what we're mainly focused on right now is the 786 at 165 and this double resistance at 175. You can see it's just been consolidating there since, well, it looks like a day. Well, pretty much been bouncing at it since August 31st, the last couple days. And you can see it's getting tighter and tighter. So inevitably it's going to break one way or the other. RSI is at 50, definitely has room to run. MACD is still bullish. We haven't had a bearish movement on the MACD since this consolidation. So if we do have that breakout, it's going to happen after 175 on API 3. So I'd be keeping an eye on this double resistance area. If we break above that, I think we go up to 188 to 190. Back test this because this would flip into support at 175. And if that holds, we'll be heading up to around 214. And then we'll have another similar situation to this. Then assess the situation at that time. But like I said, everything's pretty much dependent on BTC. I think September's will be very, very bearish on BTC, but some altcoins aren't going to be affected. But short term right now, I think this is the case if we break above this 175. So 175 for API 3 is the price to keep an eye on. We have about a half barrel of moon juice right here to run up. But if we just look at the general RSI, if I draw a mean on it, where we're currently at right now, is where we got rejected back on August 24th. So yeah, this is definitely a critical area for us on the price. Generally, when we break above this, you can see in the past history, we've tagged overbought numerous times. Like we can zoom out all this. Every time we've broken over this, we've overbought here, overbought every time we've broken over it. So if we do break above that, that movement up to this general area is definitely valid. So let's just hope this down here isn't the start of a new pattern. If you just want to play by statistics, then more likely than not, I'd be calling a breakout. If you just look at the lifespan of this and the RSI history and the price history, statistically, that's a hard word. Statistically speaking, it looks more likely than not that we'll be breaking up to the 382 at around 190, then back testing and working our way higher up to the $2.14. So let's just keep an eye on that for API 3. So COVID says farm. Man, I haven't looked at farm in a hot minute. I remember Harvest Farm, I don't know, several months back had a decent sized run. So Harvest Farm is down 0.6 at $41. Also has a small max supply of 690,000 with 665,000 circulating and a 27,000 market cap. So this definitely can run if it survives the bear market, and if you think it's a coin that will run. I don't know the utility of this whatsoever. So all-time high, holy shit, all-time high of this was $5,000 2 years ago. So it didn't hit an all-time high during the previous bull run. That's probably because they put more coins in circulation. All-time low was 3 months ago at 26.46. If we look at the max, I bet that all-time high was all-time high was the initial coin launch, and we've been making lower highs ever since until we reach this consolidation period here in this bear market. So usually when you see massive highs like this, when you look at these stats, it's usually towards the ICO release or when they actually become available to people, and then they have that massive sell-off. Currently available on the following exchanges down here: BitTrue, Binance, MEX, and Coinbase. Yo, COVID with the super chat. Thanks, man. People, don't forget to hit that like button to support the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, COVID. I enjoy seeing you on here, man. I wish you would join the Discord. You need to join the Discord, man. So for farm right now, if we just take a general look at it, MACD stagnant sideways, RSI is reset at 50. If we just look at the larger time frame, we did have actually a pretty decent run up from June 15th to the whole month of from June to July. If you would have bought at the beginning of June and sold at the end of July, you would have had approximately a 188% gain right there. That's crazy. So you had the 188% gain, entered the overbought territory, then we've been tailing down ever since. Kind of looks like we bottomed out right here at $40. Let's draw some fibs and try to dissect this a little bit. I personally don't think this is going to rocket anytime soon. And if we just take the general look, we already looked at the CoinGecko thing. We've been in a downtrend for a very long time. Where to draw this fib? I mean, we could draw a micro fib right here, but it wouldn't give us much data. We're gonna draw some larger fibs here. Let's go hunting. There's the main fib on it. If we drop the fib down to the next high right here. So this is where it seems like it's respecting. So we went to the scam wick, that didn't work. We went to the previous high right here, and it looks like everything's valid. You can see we're getting rejected right here at the 382. We're getting bounced off here at the 618. There's a ton of stuff at the 236. So to me, that's saying this fib is valid right now. And with the RSI stagnant sideways and the MACD doing what it's doing, I would honestly be keeping an eye on getting rejected at $42 for farm, and then working our way back down here to around $39 to $40 once again. It just looks bearish in the short term right now, but that would be bullish in the longer term. I don't know if that makes sense, but retracing on the RSI would give us a lot of moon juice to blast up. If that was the case, if we draw a general mean on the RSI, this looks like the general area where we tag out at. We didn't really reach it back here, but every time we've tagged out, you can see we tagged out here, retraced back down to 30, almost tagged out here. So that retracing back down to the 30 would bring us down to the 618 at around $40. And then we would assess that situation. That would actually give us a lot of fuel to run up here and battle this main resistance channel. Honestly, if I was holding farm, I would kind of hope that that would be the case. Head down here, get a nice running start to blast above this resistance area at 42. And then if we get above 42, we'll have to assess the situation at that time. But for short term, let's keep an eye on that 618 retracement at $40. If we hit $40, I think that'll be the bounce point to test this resistance once again. So short term right now, it looks like approximately a 5% dump, and then once we hit that 5% dump, about an 8 to 10% gain. You have the 236 up here, not 236, the 0.5. So you have the main resistance at 8, then you have the 0.5 at 10 at 43. So not crazy gains, but Short term right now, I'm bearish on it, but I do think we do bounce at the 618 and work our way back up. I like chicken eggs. I'm not a big on alligator eggs. Yeah, if you haven't noticed already, my live stream's kind of delayed to the chats. The good old thing about having point-to-point internet. So if you guys post stuff in the chats and it takes me a little while to get to it, that's why. Short term right now. Let's get on. We're on the Chef Natron's STG, Stargate Finance. Stargate Finance is up 0.2% at 65 cents. 1 billion max, 13 million circulating, 86 million market cap. So be careful. They could put more coins in circulation, approximately several million more. All-time high was 427 5 months ago. All-time low was 6 months ago. If we look at the general lifespan of this, came out in March of 2020, had the peak and just had this lull since, and then came back to life here back in August. So this could be the, you know, this could be the catalyst that kind of moves this a little bit higher maybe. Currently available on the following exchanges: Binance, BTC, X, MEX being the lowest. So let's take a look at STG. I don't like this. I don't like the circulating to max supply, but nope, don't like that chart. What did I normally chart this on? There we go. My delay. How can you see that, Vlad? Dang. I don't know what any of those numbers mean that you circled, but I'm guessing the yellow means it's bad. I'm talking about a Discord post that Vlad did. So STG right now, we had that long low right here, and we recently had that pump once we dropped below the support right here at 34 cents. That's a pretty large pump after that long consolidation in the downtrend. So that was approximately almost a that was a 200% pump in a time frame of August 18th to August 20th. 2 days, 200%. Right click on the screen and press the nerd stats. Well, if you want to decipher that for me on the Discord, probably means bad. Short term right now, bottom the top, we're consolidating at the 618. MACD is about, well, it is bullish. We still are bullish. RSI is in a generally good area to make some runs at 36. Nonetheless, we could push a little bit lower, but I think the 618 main support area is going to hold us up. So I think a pump here is going to be happening pretty soon. I think this bounce off 60 and then I'll work up to the 382 at around 82 is going to be the short-term move here. You can see we did make some lower highs, but I think we actually bottomed here at 60 for the time being. If we do break below 60, this is an if-then TA, I guess you could say. If we do break below 60, then we are behind down to the 786 at 50 cents. I think there's going to be a lot of buying at 50 cents on this since this recent run-up. For the short term, I'm going to be more bullish than bearish on it. I think this retracement down to 60 and then a pump up to around 84 is going to be the play. About a 30, that's bad. 30-second delay, that's bad. But it's what I have to deal with. It's what I have, and it is what it is. So that was STG. So So that one is more than double. Toss my $100 in, take sell at 150. I picked up some farm last week. Most coins are gonna start seeing some upside. Post in the chat. Just getting caught up on the chats right here. I don't have HomeNet live and a flash bull down the road from NOLA. Thanks CC. Live theme. Awesome super chat from COVID. Bear pennant typically have a lower high and higher low. Hello, TRU from Zgoth. So True Fire True is up 0.3% at 6.4 cents, 1.4 max. 849 million circulating, small market cap of only 54 million, all-time high of 102 a year ago, all-time low was 3 months ago at 4 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges, Binance being the leader, followed by BingX and Coin Exchange. Let's get into TrueFi. You know, the crazy part about it is, Vlad, when we were doing that live stream or whatever on the Discord channel, that was almost like instantaneously. I guess it's just the different platforms that we do it on. Oh, I don't like all these gaps. Oh, we might have to use it though. Now we'll use Coinbase. So True right now is holding up pretty dang good at this main support at 6 cents. RSI has been growing since we've been consolidating here. MACD really hasn't been doing jack crap. If we just look at a general history of this price action here, it looks like we tend to have that hump pattern where we have that run up, then drop down, run up, drop down. Let's just look at the general top of the RSIs. If we just have to take a mean at it, this thing does enter the overbought territory quite a bit. So I'm going to call 60 to 70 the top on the RSI. So we still have some more room to grow here till we tag that general area at 70 on the RSI. That would just bring us briefly above the 6.8 cents, I believe. So let me draw some fibs on this. We're going to draw a couple large fibs here actually. So the cool part about this is you do have a 786 and a main support very, very close to each other. You can see the main support is what's holding up right now. And if we do drop below that main support, you do have another support at 786. So a double support area right here is actually fantastic for this coin. It means that you have double support. It's better than one support. If you fall below that, it's going to act as double resistance though. So we really can't fall below 6 cents. It looks like 6 cents is the price, actually 5.8 cents. For the short term though, you can see there's a double resistance right here, which we've been battling ever since we fell below it. So we have the 618 on top of a main resistance. So you have a double support and a double resistance, you know, immovable object with a unstoppable force type situation. Eventually one of them is going to give. And in the short term right now, I'd be keeping an eye on this 7 cents and then just consolidation until one of them breaks. There's really no indicator on which way it's going to go. You can see the RSI is just flatline. MACD is pretty much stalled out at 50. Not stalled out, we are generally moving in an upwards trend on the RSI, but there really is no down here got fuel to blast up, or up here, hey, we're running out of fuel to blast down. We're just in the mean right now. So flip a coin. If I had to guess, I do think we would be heading up to around 6.8 to test this double resistance, and then just kind of a rinse and repeat type scenario consolidation until something happens. So as of right now, I'm not bullish or bearish on it. I just think we're going to be consolidating between these two price ranges of around 6 cents and 6.8 cents for True right now. Really no breakout until we assess the situation at a later time. So as I see it right now with all the information I have at this time frame, it just looks like consolidation. So let's take another look at it a little later down the road, and maybe we'll have a little bit more information to decide which direction it's going to go in. Oh, TrueBit protocol? Is this the one that I did? Oh, you said TrueFi. Well, that was totally not the coin you requested, but I did it anyways. So TrueBit protocol is up 0.1% at 15 cents, 280 million total. Question mark. Do your research on that. Those are very, very, very important things you want to know before you invest in anything. But as of right now on CoinGecko, they're unknown. All-time high was 131 a year ago. All-time low was 4 months at 7 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges right here. Kind of weird that Uniswap's the leader when it's available on other exchanges where you don't have to pay gas fees. But let's get into TrueBit. Man, I hate it when they have the same acronym. Let's see, where's it at? What's that logo look like? Okay, upside down triangle. I can't find it, man. It does not look like it's on Coinbase. Oh, unless that was true. TrueFi and TrueBit. Well, Vlad, not Vlad, yeah, Zgoth, not Vlad. Well, Zgoth, I don't think I'll be able to chart that one for you. I did the other true for you though. I know Adam goes over quant after Bitcoin, lol. So I'm not gonna ask. I did go over quant. It actually wasn't after Bitcoin. I actually forgot about it. Some gator eggs. I'd eat some gator eggs. Never tried it before. I'm down to try anything. I've had gator before, but never gator egg. Yeah, I've had gator. I've definitely had gator, even though we don't have any gators in Michigan. I mean, people have them as pets up here, but believe it or not, ankle biter dog doesn't let out. It's going through the chats. Whatever YouTuber deals with, unless they have your screen. So Near protocol. So I'm gonna jump in the Near real quick. I'm gonna let my dog out real fast. He's kind of pawing at the door to go to the bathroom. So chat amongst yourself. I'll be back in like a minute. Okay, I am back. Where we at? Got me one of my LaCroix. Talking makes your throat dry. Okay, so we didn't try to encrypt. Hang on, TrueBit protocol. Sorry, I didn't realize there were two. So I saw your post on the Discord, Zgoth. I'll look into that after the live stream. Like I'll just make a video on it for you. It's easier to do that than try to hunt through all the trues. So we're on the Near protocol right now. Near protocol is down 4.1% at $4.70. 1 billion max, 774 million circulating, 3.2 billion market cap. So crazy high market cap, which means it's a pretty solid project. More of a safe bet, not massive gain opportunity unless you're a very, very long-term holder, but it's a safe bet to put your money in. In my personal opinion, that's not financial advice. All-time high was 8 months ago at $20.44. All-time low was 2 years ago at 52 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. So I don't know if this is accurate. I think this is available on Coinbase as well, but Other than that, it's really not listed on any large exchanges. I think this is listed on Coinbase. Correct me if I'm wrong. So near, man, I had near possibly breaking over this last time I charted it. Did not happen. Chalk that as a loss. Ooh, so near right now isn't looking very good in my personal opinion. We just flipped it flipped bearish. MACD RSI is pretty high. You can see we topped out right here, getting rejected at this resistance channel. Recently fell below the 618 right now. We're currently testing the 618 as a resistance channel as well. So if we don't get over the 618 right here at, it looks like $4, like we are right on it right now. Let's say 420. If we don't get over 420 on near, I think that push down to the support 786 is going to be inevitable at $3.75. This bullish or this bearishness will play out. We'll have that growth on the MACD, and then we'd assess the situation at that time. That would let the RSI play out as well. We just take a general look at the RSI. We do enter this top out overbought period quite frequently, and every time we do, we have a pretty large retracement, pretty much back down to around 20 every time we've tagged it, except this general area right here. So if you want to play by statistics, more likely than not, it looks like that retracement back down to 20 on the RSI is going to be a play. So that retracement down to the 786 at around 370 to 375, I think it's going to be the play, but that's all dependent on getting rejected at the 618 at 420, which I do think is going to happen. So for near right now, I'm going to be bearish. I'm going to be looking for another 11% drop on it as it plays out. And I think that 11% drop will bounce somewhere in there. Yeah. So near's looking bearish in the short term, guys. Keep an eye on the 786 main support area. 375. Not financial advice, but I'd put a buying order at the 786 at 370, so be it. That's not financial advice. That's just what I would do if I wanted to pick up some near for the time being. The great part about near is you do have pretty much 3 main support areas right here. You have the main support at 370, 373, 786 at 368, and then you have a 358 main support. So there's 3 support areas in this general area, but for the time being, if we get rejected at the 618, it's bad news bears, and we're heading back down here. And just the way that the indicators are looking, with the way the RSI is and the MACD still diverging apart in a bearish momentum, I do think that is going to be the play down to 370 on near. You can lower it, but it lowers the quality of the stream. You have to use low, ultra low latency. Yeah, I know. I've been getting by with this. I might have to look at it later down the road. I thought I got listed on YouTube with the massive subscriber count, but I guess there's still a lot more higher priority than myself. It probably would help if I had better internet as well. Zgoth, you've been unplugged. Did you enjoy your staycation? Yeah, Zgoth hasn't been around for a while, man. Hope you enjoyed being unplugged for a while. I know I enjoyed it when I went on vacation. 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, pop top. Have a great evening, all. Got things to get done tonight, so that I can enjoy doing nothing this weekend. Hey, you're probably not on the live stream anymore, COVID, but I appreciate you stopping out. Appreciate the super chat, man. If you haven't already, join the Discord. We would love to have you. Links in the description below. Lin Lee says Swift coin. I'm guessing that's a Swift Cash. If Swift coin's a shit coin, I'm not gonna chart it. Yeah, I'm not gonna chart this. Yeah, I'm not gonna chart it. Sorry, not sorry. Neptune. So I am finally all caught up with this chat. If I actually missed somebody, just post it now because I'm at the bottom. With that, I'm gonna try to look for Zgos actual true bit. See if we can actually find it on here. So it looks like the only comparisons with TrueBit is ETH. So we're gonna have to do it off an ETH comparison. And that's usually choppy. Yeah, we'll do it anyways. So this is based off ETH. This isn't based off USD. So take that with a grain of salt. As of right now for TrueBit, pretty much stagnant on the RSI at 53. We have been in a consolidation period with this 0001 being our main resistance area on Ethereum. Actually broke above that, and we've been consolidating between this main support here at 932 and 104. Draw a tight fib on this. Take this with a grain of salt. It's very, very weird charting coins with a different comparison than USD. I'm not saying that it's invalid or anything like that. It's just different. Hard to see with all these gaps. So TrueBit right now, man, you were making me work tonight, and I like that. So short term right now, MACD is about ready to flip bullish. RSI is pretty much stagnant at 50. Now we really haven't been having any massive gains on the MACD, but we do have these decent sized pumps. So I just think it's gonna be a kind of a rinse and repeat type scenario. I'm gonna draw just a general line. Let me see. It's gonna be green, but I'd be keeping an eye on the 618 right here. I'm gonna delete that because that's kind of distracting. But 618 right here. And then you have the 382 and main resistance right here. You can see it's just been bouncing between these two areas. I think that's going to be continuing right now. We have that bullish movement right here, which indicates we might be testing that 104 for the time being. And then we'll assess the situation at the time. If we zoom out, it does kind of look like we reverse this downtrend. I mean, if I draw a trend line, even right there, it looked like we reversed it, but I'm not the best at drawing trend lines, but nonetheless, it does look like we reversed from that downtrend right here. And that's all based off the 786. So short term right now for TrueBit, keep an eye on 955. We bounced off 955. I think the highest that we go before we start retracing is 104. Whatever that equates to USD, just something like that. Swift coin. I thought you said Swift or Switch coin. It was listed on Coinbase. Yeah, well, I don't have any. It's not saying it's listed on Coinbase, so. H bar down 2.3% at 6.2 cents, 50 billion max, 22 billion circulating, 1.4 billion market cap. All-time high is 56 cents 12 months ago. All-time low was 2 years ago at 009. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to this 3-day weekend. Actually had a pretty good day at work, or a pretty good week at work. Pretty hot, but accomplished a lot, learned a lot. Yeah, just a pretty solid week in general. H bar right now really hasn't been doing shit. Had they run up, capitulation back down. Looks like it wants to run up again. Let's draw some fibs. One second, I'm gonna switch up the music. I don't even know if you guys can hear the music that well, but I can. And we'll use this. Yikes. Yikes. So H bar is not looking that great. It could just be because my TA is off, but looked like this general 786 area was very big, a very important area for H bar since July. You can see we tested it here, tested it here, tested it here, tested it here, broke below it, broke above it, tested it, and then fell below it once again. So we are kind of in limbo right now. We're kind of in no man's land for H bar, it kind of looks like. We're currently coming up to test this resistance area, but I think H bar is about ready to shit the bed. I'm thinking we're about ready to see 58 cent H bar, and if I'm not mistaken, no, that's not the all-time low. Never mind. Not 58, 5.8. Yeah. So as of on that reverse fib right there, you can see we're bounced off the 236. Let me hide the other one real quick. We bounced off the 236 right now. We have the 382 and main resistance right here to get back over. If we get rejected from that, the next stop is going to be back down here at around 5.8 to 5.7 cents. Double resistance area with not a lot going for it right now. So I would more likely than not be waiting on a push down to around 5.8 cents. And that would still continue this downturn right here. So for H bar, I'm gonna be bearish on it. Even with the RSI being low and the MACD not doing crap, I don't think we're gonna be breaking above this double resistance area just with the way the market's looking and the way that this chart's generally looking. I think this is gonna be the resistance at the 382 and then a drop down to around 5.8. If we break below this 236, which I think we will do, I think this is gonna be the hammer area right here. That's going to bring down the hammer. So Cello, please, bro. Yeah, I'll do Cello. The Cello right now is down 2% at 83 cents, 1 billion max. Little under half of that's in circulation, 385 million market cap, all-time high, and this was 982 a year ago. All-time low was 3 months ago at 74 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Ooh, don't want to use that one. So here we go. Cello right now, man, that was a very healthy uptrend that was happening before we got rejected. I like buying coins that looked like that. Just that slow upwards movement is a very healthy growth pattern. And hammer came down on the 13th of August. Fortunately, it doesn't play out every time, but that is a very healthy growth in my personal opinion. Unfortunately, it didn't play out for this coin. So short term right now, so we'll go off the larger fib and then we might do a smaller fib. This one definitely plays out. You can see these main areas on the fib are also in the resistance areas. We're getting rejected at the 786 right now. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI is not extremely high, compared to the past, but it is in a downwards movement. More likely than not, I would bank on Cello coming back down to around 78 cents. That would give us a nice amount of moon juice on the way down, a nice running start to blast above that. This is a very, very, very gradual uptrend on a very, very small time frame. So technically on small time frames like that, this is only a couple days. You can't really call that an uptrend, but if you're doing micro charting, you can call it whatever the hell you want. But on the short term right now, I think we're going to be retracing down to this general support area at 78, then testing the 786 again at 86. We break above 86. I think the highest that we go is 92. There's a double resistance area in there. So I think this is a longer term TA, which I don't do, but I think this is more likely a scenario in the short term, because I do think BTC goes up a little bit more in September before it smashes back down. I do think we will be seeing the bottom towards the end of September, but I do think we will see that one more pump up to get everyone all hyped up, and then the hammer's going to come down on BTC and people are going to get wrecked. Everyone's going to say BTC is going to zero, and charting crypto is going to be buying a fuck ton of crypto at cheap prices. Short term right now, let's keep an eye on 78, bounce up to the 786, break above 786. I think the hard rejection is going to be at 92. Head down, then we would test the 786 as support, then we'd assess the situation. So that's a little bit longer TA than I normally give, but just looking at it right now, I think this would be a likely scenario. More likely than not, a bounce off this to the 786. Then whatever happens at the 786 is whatever happens at the 786. But so keep an eye on that retracement of the support, then a pump up to the 786. And if we break above that, that's the scenario that's going to play out, in my personal opinion. So bearish short term, bullish in the medium term, I guess you could say. It was SWFC. CC says the same thing about H-bar every time. H-bar is not looking good, man. H-bar is not. And I guess you should think about that. Why am I saying that every single time? I don't even know I say that every time. If I'm looking at the charts and that's what I think. Maybe you should get Vlad's opinion on it. Vlad can chart. Ask Vlad's opinion on H-bar. I don't own any H-bar. I'm not going to buy any H-bar. Too high of a market cap. Too many coins. Man, you really want me to chart Swift, don't you? SWFTC. Ah, we found it. Oh. Should make it so I only chart it if I get a super chat. That's stingy though. Whoa. So Swift coin, out of all the coins you looked at, is up the highest today. This is on Coinbase and it's less than a penny. Whoa, it is listed on Coinbase. Huh. So Swift coin is up 11.9 at 001, 10 billion total supply, 6.5 billion circulating with a 10 million market cap. Super small market cap, could definitely rip if it survives this bear market. All-time low was 2 years ago at 3 zeros and a 4. All-time high was 4 years ago. Didn't reach an all-time high in the last bull run, which is kind of a red flag for me, even though it's listed on a large exchange like Coinbase. All-time high was 2.6, so it's never gotten over 2.6 cents. And if we look at the last bull run, let me zoom up here real quick. Yeah, it didn't even come close. And you can see the all-time high was the initial coin launch. So kind of a red flag, even though the market cap's low and everything like that. Coins that don't make an all-time high during the last bull run are kind of red flags. And the crazy part about that is a lot of top altcoins didn't either. I don't think XLM didn't. Like a lot of the 2017 coins also really didn't do anything during the last bull run. I mean, if you take a longer look at the 2017 coins, if I'm not mistaken, we just take a general look at the max. Yeah, see, so this was the bull run in 2018, and this got up to 87, and this last bull run it got up to 65. So 2017 coins didn't do shit during the last bull run. It's kind of surprising. Maybe that means they'll go giga high, or they'll have a giga pump in the next one, but it's kind of looking like a rinse and repeat type scenario. Even though XLM, I use XLM every time I trade. XLM was awesome. I love XLM. as a hold, I don't hold XLM. I use it as a utility coin. I don't hold it for profit. I use it as utility, and that's what it's meant for, is utility. So I use it what it's meant to be used for. Pretty much instant transfer with really, really, really small fees. Okay, we'll get in the SWF. What was it? SWFTC. Oh, I charted this before. Okay, so this coin right now has pretty much been in a downtrend since July 21st, hasn't been doing crap. Actually broke below this pretty much last support area that it had here. Briefly recovered above it. We had this nice run up here in the bullish momentum, and it's still growing. You can see the RSI is actually at a low momentum too, so we could definitely have a run up. But if you look at the previous price or RSI history, we tag out around 57, so we tag out at the 50% mark since August. So we haven't really been moving super high in the RSI, and that is what's causing this downturn right here. This is a pretty good sign for some movement. It's gonna be very hard to draw some fibs on this since it really hasn't been doing crap, but I will give it a try. This is it. So right now we briefly broke above the 786, got wicked out at the 618. We're still growing bullish here, not close to flipping over bearish yet. RSI is low, definitely has juice to run. So more likely than not, I'd be keeping an eye on a movement up to the 618 at around 1.79 cents. If we break above 1.79, the next stop is 2 cents even. And I think once we hit 2 cents, that'll be the top. And then we'll see some sort of retracement either back down to the 618 or the 786, something like this. Could see a large pump, then retracing back down to the 50% area from the liftoff, and then have another pump up to 2 cents. So I've talked about this several times with coins that tend to take off. They have these large pumps really quick, and they normally retrace back down to the 50% range of that pump, and then have a slight consolidation to a movement up higher. I mean, that's not a large pump, but nonetheless, it's a large pump for this coin. That's approximately 28 to 30%, so that's not bad. I wouldn't be buying this coin. That's not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. It's not the type of coin that I would purchase. So keep an eye on the 618 at 179. I do think we will be seeing some more upwards movement on this. This MACD is looking very promising, and it's definitely with the setup on the RSI. I think a movement up to the 382, it would be a very valid move up to around 2 cents, and then we'd assess the situation at that time. I think this is going to be one of the largest movements we've seen in a while on this coin before we see a retracement. Not saying it's going to the moon. I just think it's going to be one of the largest movements we see on this coin for the time being. Just dropping to say hi and drop a like. Back to work. Got called in. Peace. Thanks, Beanbag. Thanks for stopping out, man. Last one, MXC. So MXC is down 3.8 at 7.1 cents, 2.6 billion, 2.4 billion circulating, 174 million market cap. So the good part about it is, yes, there's a lot of total supply, but almost all that total supply is in circulation. So that's good. And my personal opinion means they can't unload more coins on you. All-time high was 8 months ago at 13 cents. All-time low was 2 years ago. So if you would have bought, or 3 years ago, if you would have bought 3 years ago and you held, you'd be up 6,000%. I've gone over this several times, and I don't know why people don't just hold their coins. They get freaked out. If you would have held for 3 years minimally, you'd be up 6,000% on this coin. I mean, pretty much any coin we look at, regardless, or you know, knocking out a couple, you tend to be in profit. So even though you're down for a while, if you just buy it and hold it, I just don't understand why people, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to have a rant today trading crypto. We won't do that. Maybe we'll do it on tomorrow's live stream, but not today. MXC, US dollar. Oh, let's not. Huh. There we go. Yo, this actually isn't looking bad. It looks like we might have just recently had a bounce here at the bottom, so there might be some decent upwards movement coming for MXC. Crazy part is I've never seen a double resistance this close together, so it does look like we had that large retracement down after we were overbought, and we're starting to tail back out. And if you look at the past price or past history of this bearish market, we've actually been consolidating around the 50 on the RSI as well. Had pretty much nothing happen on the MACD till recently, but I do think an upwards movement is going to be the play here in the short term. How high? Let's see. Yeah, so it's gonna be very, very difficult to get over 7.5, but if we get over above 7.5, we're heading to 7.7. I think this bearish, well, the bearish movement is starting to die out, but nonetheless, we still are in a bearish movement on the MACD, hovering at the 7.86. So this could be a fake out. Keep an eye on that. If it's a fake out, I think we do bounce off 6.8, then work way back up. But if it's not a fake out, we're bouncing off the 7.86 and have hellfire to go through on the way back up. We have a 618 here at 7.3, main resistance at 7.4, next main resistance at 7.5, and then a 382 at 7.7. So I think your best shot or your holy grail, your Hail Mary, is tagging 7.7. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I think this bear scenario is going to play out, and we're going to have a very, very small bullish scenario before this gets snuffed out and heads back down here. So I guess I'm bullish on it short term, but not for massive profit. A bullishness until we head into this hellfire right here of resistance. Keep an eye on 618 at 7.3, then this double resistance in the 382. Hail Mary shot is here at 7.7, but inevitably in a longer term hold, this isn't financial advice, I would put a buying order at 6.8 cents, and just if it hit, it hit. If not, so be it. You can see there was a ton of price action around this area at 6.8 cents. And you can see how many times we got snuffed out testing this resistance in the past. And as soon as we broke above that, we tested the next resistance that got shut down to the 786. So I don't think we're going to be breaking up and making a higher high. I think we're going to be coming back down here to around 6.8 cents. So Chef says September 15th is the crash. Ethereum merge is going to crash the market. Hopefully, man. I need to get the rest of my money back in the market. Oh, so with that, guys, I have time to chart one more coin tonight. Who wants the last coin charted? I will be doing a live stream tomorrow as well. Unfortunately, this weekend I will not do a giveaway. Power was out on Tuesday. I don't do anything on Wednesday, Thursday. My kid's been sick. Think of any other excuse you want, but this week was pretty detrimental on me making videos and stuff. But I got to spend some time with the family, got to take care of my son and everything like that. So fortunately, I don't have an NFT, and I'm not gonna just do a swag giveaway. I'm gonna do NFT and swag giveaways together. I think it makes it more fun. So we're gonna take this weekend off on giveaways and just do a normal live stream. But I'm going to do my live stream tomorrow, and I have time for one more coin tonight. If you guys haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you supported the channel by smashing that like button. And if you like this live stream and you're not a member or anything, it'd be kind of cool if you were. So you can head over to my YouTube homepage, become a channel member. You can see Chef Natron and Beanbag have those special BTC logos. You can see Chef Natron's BTC is a little different because he's been a member the longest out of anybody on this channel. He is the longest running member of Charting Crypto YouTube channel as of right now. We have Mr. Andy Walk is also one, and on here we have Vlad. There's quite a few members on this live stream, and I appreciate all you members' support. That's fantastic. It really makes me enjoy what I do, and even if you weren't members, I'd still enjoy what I do, but this makes it more fun. So one more coin, guys. Who wants it? Apparently it takes 30 seconds till you guys hear that, so I'll wait 30 seconds for a response, and then if not, we'll jump over to BTC and then we'll end the live stream. Okay guys, with that I am going to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. If you haven't already, smash that like button. I will be doing another live stream tomorrow, most likely 7:30 EST time PM. If not, I'll post it so you can follow it on my channel. If you haven't already, join my Discord channel. I'm on there daily. We're all on there daily. We share great information with each other, have a good time with each other. The link's in the description below. None of that shilling stuff or anything like that. It's just hearty conversation that we have in there. It's really enjoyable. So with that, guys, I'll stick around in the chats for a little bit, and I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and I'll catch you guys next time. Actually, I'll catch you guys tomorrow on the live stream of Charting Crypto. Thanks everyone for stopping out tonight.